welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Wednesday, the 16th of August. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. We hope your day's off to a great start. Coming up for you today, we are going to share with you the 3rd annual World Honeybee Day Festival happening this Saturday right here at the Bibb White Bluff Civic Center. We'll share with you the vendors that will be on hand, but of course the main attraction will be the honeybee, and you get to learn all about it. After that, the owner of Main Street Media of Tennessee, Dave Gould, will share with us the new programming that you can find at Main Street Media. After that, we have a big highlight for you. It is mainstreetmediaradio.com. What is this? Well, we will have the 2 hosts of this radio programming, and the first game, football game, they will be highlighting tomorrow on Thursday. But first, of course, let's get a check of our headlines and what you can find at mainstreetmediatn.com.
This man, 28-year-old James Jackson Kahn, is heading to prison for life for the murder of Robertson County Sheriff's Deputy Savannah Puckett. Kahn pleaded guilty to murdering Puckett inside her home and then setting fire to the home in January of 2022. Read more about this case by going to mainstreetmediatn.com. Who's behind the damage done to the soccer fields at River Bluff Park in Ashland City over the weekend? That is what Ashland City Police are working to find out. The damage to the field by the vandals could cause safety risks to the young athletes who play on the field. Anyone with information is encouraged to call Ashland City Police. Head over to mainstreetmediatn.com and click on Cheatham County Exchange to read what efforts are happening to discourage this type of thing from happening in the future. Support is still needed for dozens of apartment residents displaced after last Saturday's fire at Glass Creek Apartments on Old Pleasant Grove Road in Mount Juliet. One of the firefighters working to put out the blaze was not able to escape and remains in critical condition. Help for the displaced residents would be greatly appreciated. Please visit mainstreetmediatn.com for ways to help. And we wish a speedy recovery to the firefighter who is in critical condition right now.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, this is your weather today.
Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check at your forecast for the rest of today, and we are looking fantastic as we go throughout the rest of your Wednesday and for the rest of the week for that matter. We are looking at a mixture of sunshine and clouds to start off our Wednesday, and we will see those clouds continue to filter in, but we will have plenty of blue sky to pair with that as well, and we will be dry throughout the rest of this morning, afternoon, evening, and throughout the rest of this week. So be sure to enjoy your Wednesday for the middle of the week with temperatures very comfortable in the upper 70s here in southern middle Tennessee. Here is your 7-day forecast from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Now check this out. We are looking at temperatures again today in the upper 70s to lower 80s. And for your Thursday, we are going to gradually warm up, but we are going to hold on to the dry conditions. Low to mid 80s for your Thursday, mid 80s for Friday, and then we warm up by this weekend, but we do stay dry for the weekend with temperatures in the upper 80s Saturday and lower 90s on Sunday.
This morning on Mornings on Main Street, I am excited to highlight the upcoming 3rd annual Honeybee Day Festival happening in White Bluff this weekend on Saturday. To tell us all about it, we have Chelsea and Anthony Vargas. First off, you guys, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. So this is exciting, the 3rd annual Honeybee Day Festival. Where did this come from? How did this get started here in White Bluff?
So about 3 years ago, Chelsea was the vice president of the Dickson Bee Club, and we were looking for a way to sell the club's honey that we have from our club teaching hives. So we're trying to figure out a way, and Chelsea figured out a way to have the festival and to bring people out here. It was started off as just a fundraiser, just to sell the club's honey, and that was obviously going on 3 years ago now. And since then, it's gone from just a few, handful of vendors and just a little bit of local honey to what it's turned into today with a large festival and bands and food trucks and all the good stuff. So.
And I'm sure you're thinking, okay, Stefanie, where is here? So here is the Bibb Center. It's the Civic Center located in White Bluff. That is where everything will be happening on Saturday. This has grown over the 3 years. You were anticipating possibly over 3,000 people this year?
Yeah, right now there's little bit over 3,000 responses to our Facebook event. That also doesn't include the responses on the Eventbrite listing, and then people who don't have the social media and internet and stuff like that. We've put banners and signs all throughout Dickson County, over in Fairview, all the way down Bellevue, all the way down into Nashville. So we've gotten a lot of responses so far this year. It's going to be pretty big.
We had about 2,000 people last year, so we're hoping it'll get a little bit bigger this year.
And the weather's supposed to cooperate this year, which is always a good thing. So.
Fingers and toes crossed at this point.
We've invited some local other beekeeping organizations as well this year. So Cheatham County Beekeeping Association, as well as the Hickman County Bee Club, they're going to be out. I believe Cheatham is bringing out an observation hive as well, so there'll be multiple opportunities to get up close and personal with bees.
Bees Closet.
We have a Bees Closet that's out of Bon Aqua over on Highway 100. They're the local bee supply company in the area. They're going to be coming out, bringing up a whole bunch of beekeeping stuff. They're going to be providing education as well. And then throughout the day, we have an education room set up inside the building. We're going to be doing a short course for children on, the beginning beekeeping class for kids at noon on Saturday. We also have a lady coming out to teach about mason bees, which is it's a different type of bee. It's a pollinating bee. They don't produce honey, they don't sting, but they're really geared towards people who have smaller properties, who don't have acreage of property to pollinate. Put them in your backyard, they pollinate great, so we're going to be teaching about that as well.
And they're native to the area, which is a very big
That's fascinating.
Yes, exactly.
So to kind of bring it all together, it is the World Honeybee Day Festival, but it's also about celebrating pollinators in general. So we want to have as much education about, just honeybees, pollinators, things you can plant in your garden to help promote pollination, things like that.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
We also have some flower vendors as well, so they're all local. I would say 80 to 90% of our vendors are very local to the area, so we're trying to help the communities. We want to help and make it so that this is part of the community. The Dickson Bee Club was something that not a lot of people knew that we had a Dickson Bee Club, and so we wanted to make it so that, for one, we're the ones that if you get a swarm, you find a swarm, or you have something in your house or something like that, that we can be a safe, non-toxic option, that you're not spraying for them, you're not doing anything like that.
More environmentally friendly. It's not just about honey. It's not. That's only a small part of what honeybees do for us. It's a big thing. So we just want to promote that as much as possible.
I can't wait to learn more. You guys, this is such a fun, family-friendly event and so educational. And I can't think of a better way to spend a Saturday. So head out here. What time will things get started?
So it's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. Here at the White Bluff Civic Center in White Bluff.
It's a free event.
Free event, free parking. We have a face painter coming out for the kids. That is complimentary as well.
The Dickson Bee Club is hosting a little bit for a kid's room, so they're going to have, I think we're going to do shrinky dinks and bookmarks and all sorts of
arts and crafts,
arts and crafts. We have
a bunch of stuff. We have Montgomery Bell State Park is coming out.
Yeah.
They have a birds of prey exhibit. So one of the rangers are bringing out a hawk and an owl to do demonstrations throughout the day. We also have a beer and mead garden set up.
Oh, I can't forget that.
That's going to be right by the stage.
The Honey Tree Meadery is one of our
Honey Tree Meadery in East Nashville is going to be coming out.
Piqued my interest.
They are the first and only meadery in Nashville. Good friends of ours. They're going to be coming out again this year, as well as 119 Brewery out of Dickson. They are going to be making a one-off craft brew made with our local honey.
Actually, our honey.
We have Fizzy Bees, which is a vodka-based cocktail company. They're going to be coming out, so there's plenty of stuff for the adults as well.
With honey and with natural honey.
Yeah, it's all organic with natural honey additives, so it's kind of like your White Claw stuff, but using honey and all natural ingredients. So there's plenty of fun for the adults as well. It's going to be set up on the stage area. We have 3 live bands throughout the day.
Wow.
We're going to have raffles and a silent auction, and it's going to be a really fun day.
It's going to be a rocking good time here at the Bib Center in White Bluff. Again, 10 to 4 happening, the 3rd annual Honeybee Day Festival. World Honeybee Festival happening here at the Bib Center. Chelsea, Anthony, thank you so much for sharing this with us. You guys, make sure you're coming out here. All right, stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We're not done. We've just gotten started. We have more coming up after this commercial break.
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
Did you know that up to 80% of us will experience back or neck pain during our lifetime? Many of you are offered surgery or addictive pain pills to relieve your chronic pain. At the Dr. Gill Center for Back, Neck, Chronic Pain Relief, we have been leading the way to better health, naturally, and have helped tens of thousands of people right here in Middle Tennessee for the past 30 years.
I came to Dr. Gill about 10 years ago after my local doctors recommended surgery. I knew about Dr. Gill and wanted to see if he could help me. 10 years later, I am pain-free, no surgery, and no pain pills.
Surgery is scary, and over 40% of all back surgeries fail, creating a cycle of surgery and pills. There is a safer solution to your chronic pain. Make the call to the Dr. Gill Center for Back, Neck, Chronic Pain Relief today and get your life back. This office visit is normally $299, but call today and receive your initial consultation, report of finding for just $49. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Call 615-768-8743. That's 615-768-8743.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. You know, we absolutely love when you turn to Main Street Media of Tennessee for your source for local information. Well, just to keep you updated on what's happening, you know, we want to let you know we have 13 newspapers. Not only that, we have 20 TV programs. Yes, I said 20, to tell us how we're growing and what you can expect as a reader and a viewer. We have the owner of Main Street Media of Tennessee, my boss and friend, Dave Gould. We always love, this is my first time having you, so always love connecting with you, Dave. So good morning.
Well, good morning, Stephanie. It's always great to connect with you, whether it's on the phone, through text, email, whatever that may be, or in person.
He's too kind. First off, what is coming with Main Street Media?
Yeah, so really the new things that are coming over this next week, we're going to be launching 5 new TV shows, all focused around high school football. You know, high school football starts this week, and you know, it's an exciting time for people in Middle Tennessee, and it's an exciting time for our audience, for our readers and our viewers. And so, you know, we're excited about that. We've got coaches shows from various schools going on. We've got preview shows. We're going to have wrap-up shows. We have an army of sports people across Middle Tennessee who cover high school football. And so, and our readers love it. And so we're going to give them, we think, some really, really good programming here over the next several weeks of the football season.
This is quite the undertaking. Where did all of these ideas come from? Because again, I feel like it starts small and then just continues to blossom from, you know, one small idea. How did this get started?
You know, all of this really comes from what we hear as we talk to members of our, you know, our audience, our readers and our viewers, and as we talk to our advertisers, you know, and things that they want to see us do. And then, you know, we know today and the media is so fragmented and there's lots of ways to consume media. And we've got these great 13 local weekly newspapers across Middle Tennessee. You know, we go all the way from the Kentucky border up north, all the way to the Alabama border down south through this corridor of Middle Tennessee. And we've got, you know, websites as well. But, you know, we have some people who want to consume news even in different ways. And so, you know, we had the idea to launch a TV station a year ago, and our streaming TV channel, Main Street Media TV, is doing really well. You know, this being one of our flagship shows right here, Stephanie, and you hosting this as well as some other shows that we do. And so you know, our audience is growing. We set a record in July for audience growth, and we're talking to local businesses as well about ways they want to try to reach out and reach potential customers. And so we're helping them by you know, tying our brands together on shows like this. And then the other thing I'll mention is just this week on Thursday, we're going to launch a new streaming radio station called Main Street Media Radio. And we're going to kick it off with a Thursday night game of the week between West Creek up in Clarksville and Laverne down in Rutherford County. So we're excited about that too. And hosts of that show, Wade Neely and Scott Stewart, they are very well versed in athletics all through the Middle Tennessee area. Are they excited? What's their excitement? I know after our commercial break, we're going to hear from Wade and Scott, but what are you getting from them? Yeah, Wade has been the voice of Giles County football for many years, and he's a very experienced broadcaster. Scott has been he does color a lot on the games that Wade broadcasts. And so those two joined us when we bought the Pulaski Citizen back in February. And so we've kind of expanded their roles a little bit beyond Giles County to include doing this broadcasting on Thursday night. So they're an experienced pair. They're very good at this, and they're super excited about doing our Thursday night game of the week.
Well, I know football is huge for all the schools, which is great. Now, are all the Thursday night games picked out already?
We picked out the first 3 weeks, but we wanted to be flexible after that because based on the matchups and some games that look good now may not be quite as good down the road. So we've got the first 3 picked out, and I cannot remember which the next 2 are, but we do have the first 3 picked, and then we'll kind of play it by ear from there.
So is it their pick, or can schools maybe reach out and be like, hey, this could be a really good game, something you'd want to see? Are they able to do that? I
mean, if a school reached out, we'd love to talk to them because, part of it is we got to make sure that the school that it is hosting the game is comfortable with us being there. We want to be in the press box and be able to, give it our best effort. Mm-hmm. And schools are usually very willing to do that because I think they appreciate the coverage. But if a school reached out, we'd certainly talk to them. But, Wade and Scott know a lot about high school football across the Mid-State. And so they have a pretty good sense of what might be the best games each week.
Kind of getting away from that in programming. Dave, you and Ellen started this, 2013? Is that correct?
Yes.
I've heard you say this so many times. I should know this. And of course, I've read it. But did you ever expect this is where you would be here in 2023?
I don't know. I mean, I had a lot of experience in media. And when Ellen, my wife, and I decided that we, wanted to break out of corporate media and start our own thing, we just thought it would be really cool to, to own some local newspapers and to provide local news and information to people in a few communities. And it's just grown from there. I mean, the need is really there. Local media is so critical right now. We see what's happening across the country with media. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of frustration on both sides of the political aisle. And, we try to play things straight down the middle. We focus on local people, local government, local sports, local events. And I think that's really the future. And that's really what we have to work very hard to try to keep strong and build in each of our communities. So, I don't know that we really had a vision of where we were going to be 10 years later, but we're really happy where we are now. We're just honored. We have a great team of people that we get to work with every day. And we're just honored to have the opportunity to bring this type of news and information to people across Middle Tennessee.
Dave, thank you so much. We appreciate your time today.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Anytime. All right. Again, where to get your news coverage, MainStreetMediaTN.com. If you're looking for stories from one of our 13 papers, and of course, Main Street Media TV, you have that on our streaming services, Apple, Amazon, Roku. You can find content on YouTube and social media. Stick right here with Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between. Discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
They said I wouldn't make it without a college degree.
They said only a man could be a roofing executive.
They said a former addict always relapses.
They said my amputation would keep me out of roofing.
They said never give an ex-convict a second chance.
They said I could never be a leader.
They said I couldn't support my family as a single mom.
At Rackley, we say they're wrong.
Want to change the world? Change it, one roof at a time.
Welcome back. So we just heard from the owner of Main Street Media of Tennessee, my boss and friend, Dave Gould, and he was sharing all the exciting content coming our way. One thing being Main Street Media Radio, which is kicking off with their first game on Thursday. To tell us about what we can expect and to really get us pumped up for the football season, we have the voice of Giles County, Wade Neely. We have reporter and color with commentary, Scott Stewart, with him as well. Guys, hello and good morning.
Hey, Stevie. Good morning.
Good morning. So this is really an exciting time. A new radio station, Main Street Radio, kicking off tomorrow on Thursday. Are you guys excited?
Go ahead, Wade.
Yeah, cannot be more excited. Football is always one of those things that from the moment the season ends, it feels like you're already thinking about the next season. And teams start announcing their schedules in the spring. and it just feels like it's forever away, but it's just right around the corner. And then slowly you get into the summer months where camp kicks off. And then the last couple of weeks, preseason football has kind of been reigning supreme. And wow, it is finally here. A little bit nervous in the sense that there's just a massive slate of games going on all across the state, but we're finally here. And it's always my favorite time of the year by far.
Yeah, and I just echo what Wade said. Hey, football, if you can't get excited about football, we're going to have to check your pulse. I mean, especially when it comes to high school football. Of course, we love local high school football. Wade and I have been doing ball games. If you stretch back to when I started doing it, it goes back almost 25 years or so, doing local high school football. And of course now Wade and I get out of the county and run around and see all these other great schools. So that's even better.
Well, we're so excited to have you traveling up this way because that first game is at West Creek. Am I right in saying that?
It's actually at Laverne, but it is West Creek. This was at Laverne. I think we're going to come your way eventually, though.
Well, we look forward to that. How did the two of you find yourselves in this role for the radio?
The interesting thing is we had kind of said for a while, both here in Pulaski with the Pulaski Citizen and with Main Street Media, we're always looking to expand our horizons, always looking to expand what we can do with our coverage and maybe take it to the next level. And last season, especially, the TSSAA had mandated that schools play at least one game on Thursdays, and that was due to a referee shortage. So everybody was playing on Thursday, and that was kind of a natural appeal of sorts. And then we flash forward to this year, we kind of got with Dave Gould and all the great folks here with our staff with Main Street, and we said, hey, what if we did a game on Thursday? It's not a mandate this year, but so many schools played last year that they're making those games, the second half of those contracts up, that there's a great Thursday schedule, and it just seemed like a great natural fit for us to bring coverage to some teams that maybe don't get the best coverage per se, but also on a night where they are going to be almost the sole focus with just a handful of games.
Yeah, to maybe get on the end of that, you asked how we found ourselves here. Wade and I we're both news guys, we're both sports guys, but we're also both radio guys. Okay. And I've been in radio for at least 25 years. Wade's been in radio going back at least 15 or 20 years. And so we both love radio and we both love sports. We both have been involved in calling games. Last year, Pulaski Citizen started our own online internet broadcasting where we have been broadcasting all the games for our local teams. This is just a natural step for us. The funny thing about it, all these years that Wade and I have been in the business, been in the news, sports, and radio business together, we've never done a lot of ball games together. And now we get to do that together. So it's we get to find out whether we're any good as a team now.
Well, of course you are. You guys work together. You're friends. So I can only imagine the fun commentary you're going to offer to these games. What does this mean for the athletes and their families who are there to watch and support?
Yeah, and that is by far the biggest thing and the most exciting thing for me. It's always a treat. It's always a joy to bring play-by-play to schools, communities that don't necessarily get that experience. And from the jump, it has been my personal kind of goal to bring the most professional broadcast possible, regardless of where we might be. And we've kind of battened down the hatches here in Giles County for the greater part of 20, 30 plus years. We've got a great history with radio here in Giles County in general. And to me, it just seemed like the natural step. And so telling those stories of the coaches, but especially the student athletes, especially on a Thursday night, kind of like I had mentioned a moment ago, where there's only a couple of games going on. There's just that much more focus on that particular game, and being able to kind of share those stories. They're students first and then athletes second, like you said, and just being able to craft that and weave that throughout a 3-hour broadcast is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it like this. That's what we do. We in our sports, in our newspaper, in our local stuff, we always are trying to bring highlights and spotlight on our great athletes. And now we're just going to do it across the mid-state. And we're always looking for that kid that's having a great game, or even the one that doesn't get to play a lot, that gets out on the field. It doesn't matter how much they play really, to me, it doesn't matter how well they play. It's just that they're out there trying, and we want to get a highlight, get them out there, spotlight them. And like Wade said, Thursday night's a great night to do it because there just aren't that many doing it on Thursday nights.
Thursdays are going to be fantastic. So that first game coverage for Main Street Radio, West Creek at Laverne. This is at 6:45. What are the games after that, or at least the 2 games after that one, that first one?
Coming up the following week, ironically, we have a game very close to us here in the southern part of Middle Tennessee. As we're going to be in Lewisburg, Marshall County, which is actually a rival school of Giles County, but we're going to be broadcasting from Hopkins Field there in Lewisburg when Marshall County hosts Shelbyville. That's our week 2 broadcast.
That'll be a good game.
That is going to be a fun game between 2 schools that have had a lot of history over the years. That's going to be very exciting. And then after that, to close out the month of August, we're going to get to scope out the brand new digs at James Lawson, the newest school in Davidson County. And that is going to be a fantastic place and a fantastic Thursday night experience as James Lawson plays host. So I personally am very excited about our schedule. Feels like we're hitting a lot of different touch points in Middle Tennessee, and we're covering a lot of different variety of schools all the way down from the 2 and 3A level, all the way up to the 5, 6, and even into the Division II, the private school level.
Yeah.
Guys, is there anything I haven't asked you'd want to share with us?
No, we just want everybody to get to enjoy what we do, bringing these ball games. You know, one thing we talked about is a lot of these schools, they're in big cities. They don't have their own radio coverage. They don't have their own broadcast teams. And so we just hope that the folks of Middle Tennessee, when we're in your area, or even on Thursday night when you don't have anything else to do, tune us in and check us out. We hope that what we always want to do is make it fun and try to, like I said, spotlight these athletes all across our mid-state area. And we just hope everybody enjoys it.
We can't wait to hear you guys. Thanks so much, and be safe while you're traveling to each and every game.
Thank you, Steffi.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. So you can find Wade Neely and Scott Stewart. You can hear them at MainStreetMediaRadio.com on Thursday night. Again, their week 1 game happening tomorrow at 6:45. That is when the game kicks off. That is West Creek at Laverne. Stick right here with Mornings on Main Street. We have a lot more coming up right after this.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
Y'all, I'm serious right now. They have a dragon here. I saw it.
Get out of here.
Come on, I'll show you.
Wait up.
Whoa! I told you so. That is a dragon.
Thanks so much for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Thanks so much for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you back here